I think it's gonna come to no surprise that, this teacher literally had evil intention. She was presented in a pretty evil way, and some people were speculating she'd be in a more gray area, but no, this episode confirmed she's not a good person. She's literally doing this all for herself. She wanted to infiltrate the school, have her technology, implement everything, like all the classrooms, all the teachings, so she would be the one everyone needs. It's her technology. She created it by herself. Everyone's going to worship her. She wants to be the most powerful witch, so everyone looks at her as being the best, but she also wants the shiny rod. But the thing with the shiny rod is not just anyone can use it. As far as she knew, the only one who could ever use it was Shiny Chariot herself. But now Akko's using it, so she starts studying Akko, her mentality, like what makes this girl special, and when she's examining her, nothing except her spirit is high, but that's what triggers the rod to work. So even if she wanted to, she couldn't currently use it with the technology she has. She needs more either technology, she needs more spirit herself, or she needs to find a way to control Akko for her own gain. So this entire thing was just her. She literally wants to control the school. She wants to be the number one. It's not just like she wants to take over the world. She wants as much power as she can get. She wants everyone to worship her. She wants everyone to look at her with these glowing eyes. She wants to be the most powerful, and that eventually is going to lead to even more corruption down the line, as she probably is going to be a reoccurring antagonist up until near the final few episodes, to which Akko and Cherry are probably going to defeat her. So I did like how they presented it. Also like to see a little bit more of like some of the reasons why some of the witches didn't like Shiny Chariot, which we've already really known if you kind of paid attention, but it's kind of now thrown in your face. Literally, Chariot was someone who didn't hit the book. She had a natural gift with magic, but she never actually studied hard, unlike this other teacher, and she pretty much gave a bad image to witches by the old standards. Like, she wasn't to the book's magic. She was more experimental. She was more freeform, and in doing so, the general public who didn't have magic got this impression of what magic is, which goes against the school's ideologies. Even if you disagree with the school's ideologies, it made pretty much all the fundamental witches throw their backs and just say, you literally destroyed everything. So we get that 100% clarification, but really the heart and soul of this episode was really seeing what this teacher's true motives were, and it's pretty much falls in line. Either A, she was doing it for money, or B, she was doing it for evil gain. She wanted the shiny rod, which it pretty much falls in line. I mean, if you're the most powerful witch, if everyone's using your technology, you would make a lot of money, but also you'd be the most influential witch in this academy, if not in the world for witches and magic. So I really like how he presented that idea, and I thought the visuals were actually rather good, especially near the end of the episode. You could tell there was some really high polished animator working on it, especially when Ursula was talking to Akko and explaining magic and how it like kind of ceased to be in the modern world and only ley lines. There was some really cool animation techniques being used to really give it like a movie budget feel. The overall presentation and voice acting, especially Akko, like Akko's voice actor has always been good, but there was some moments of genuine, like, she felt like this like kid exploring and just learning things new when Ursula was talking to her, like when she was explaining the spells and how Ursula herself only knows up to 6 words out of the 7, so she never actually got that 7th word, so meaning it's kind of given that, Akko is actually going to get the 7th because she is the main character. This is a pretty predictable series, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's a very enjoyable and also pretty detailed series all in all. I just thought the episode overall was very good. I mean, these past, month or even 2 months of episodes have been really high. They're really setting up a really cool end game. We got the antagonist, we got the end goal, we have these spells, and honestly, within the coming weeks, we'll probably have a 4th spell in the rod itself. If not every other week, we'll get a spell because we are at episode 15. I think it's going to be 24 episodes, so they gotta get the remaining spells fairly quickly unless they get one episode with a few spells in it. But overall, just how they handled the general character interactions, how they explained, the obvious this teacher is doing it for her own gain. She wants to be able to control this school. She wants to have her technology literally infiltrating everything. She wants the rod for herself. She's just not an overall good person. And I mean, it was kind of obvious, but I liked how they handled the execution of revealing that. And it's going to be interesting when Ursula 100% tells Akko who she is. I expect once Akko gets the 6th word, that's when she's going to reveal her true identity, and that's going to help her get the 7th word. I think something like that is bound to happen, but I really like this episode, and I'd be interested to hear what everyone think of this episode, and how excited are you for episode 16 next week? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and before you leave, hit the like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.